Hey guys, it's Lilu here. I'm sorry it's been a little while since I've done a video. I've only got like a sort of 5-minute gap whilst my nieces are out enjoying boat stuff or whatever they're doing with their mums at the moment. So I don't really get much time to do videos these days. I don't get any peace and quiet since I've moved in with Kurt. I'm surrounded by cats all the time, or Kurt is there, or I just don't get any opportunity really to do videos like I used to when I lived on my own in my flat. So these things are a little bit few and far between these days. I'm sorry about the casual kind of setting. I'm just kind of chilled in the living room, and I did try and do a video outside with the forest behind me, but the lighting is horrendous and it shows like every single blemish, every single form, whatever, that I have on my face, and that's never flattering and it makes me feel crap, and I just wouldn't upload it. So I thought I'll just come indoors where I'm a little bit more comfortable and do a video. So what's been going on? About 6 weeks ago I did a video addressing a couple of things, but I decided to delete it from there because I found it quite it's not very nice when you watch over your videos and you realise that you're not in a good place, and it just didn't make me feel good, me being so upfront and open about stuff. So I ended up deleting that. But aside from that, 6 weeks ago I was diagnosed with something called terminal ileitis, and it's not as bad as it sounds. It's not like a terminal condition or anything like that, but essentially it's a inflammation of the terminus of my small intestine, which is at the end of my small intestine, and essentially it comes from the family of Crohn's and also inflammatory bowel disease. It's not like in the same category as IBS. IBS is the mild form it's not the same thing. So essentially my small intestine is inflamed, and when I saw a picture of it from my consultant, it had lots of like red spots all throughout and was really swollen and red, and it wasn't very nice. And essentially it's inflamed and swollen, and every time I eat something my stomach bloats out quite significantly, and occasionally I'll feel a lot of pain in my stomach. Sometimes it feels like just quite like a mild tummy ache and like you've eaten something off, and other times it feels like someone is cutting my insides with razor blades, and the pain doesn't stop no matter what you do. And it's been really quite nasty, I'll be honest. And it's the other frustration is it's so random. It doesn't matter what I eat or drink, it is completely random. So for example, I had a yogurt the other week, totally fine, didn't have any pain, any bloating or anything. Next day I ate exactly the same thing and it felt like my insides are being ripped out. So it's completely at random. It doesn't make any difference what I change in my diet. It's just basically that's what it is. I don't think they know what the cause of it is, but I've been prescribed something called budesonide, which is a steroid, and in theory it should reduce the inflammation and also the symptoms, although I've been on this now for 6 weeks and there really hasn't been any difference at all. The bloating is still just as bad and the pain is just as bad, so I don't really know what they're going to do when I see them next, whether I'm going to be prescribed something completely different altogether, or what really the next steps are for me. But at this stage the gastroenterologist, apologies, he considers this mild, but then he's someone who has seen like the worst end of the scale, Crohn's and inflammatory bowel disease, so for him this is pretty mild. But for me this feels horrible and it's not nice to live with every day. And it, not just the way it makes you feel and the fact that it makes you feel miserable, but also like being a woman wearing dresses and tops and you feel bloated and you just feel horrible all the time. So that's another aspect that's made me feel quite low and quite depressed about myself, and I'm full of a lot of self-loathing at the moment, which hasn't been very nice. Yeah, there's all of that, but also the other issue is as well is this condition is making me incredibly tired, because your small intestine is where the iron is absorbed in your body, and I'm essentially not absorbing iron at the moment, so my iron levels have completely, like, virtually depleted, so I'm borderline anemic, so I'm having to take tablets 3 times a day, iron supplements, to try and keep my head above water, really, because my body's actually not really absorbing them. So at the moment it's a constant battle of keeping my head above water iron wise, so that I don't become anemic, but I can't stop the tablets because I will become anemic. So that's another thing, and I'm sure a lot of people understand that taking iron supplements really does your body no favours at all. It makes you heavily constipated and makes the bloating even worse, and it's just like a bit of a shitty vicious cycle in not so many words. So things haven't been great the last 6 or 7 weeks, I'll be honest, and the bloating and that has been with me for a long time now. It's been at least sort of like 9 months, something like that, but I'm glad that I actually got it checked out, and I actually have a condition for it now, because it was really frustrating when I didn't know what was wrong with me. So that's kind of where I'm at with life at the moment, and before I close this off, it would be really nice to show you, really, to show you where I am, and to share a little bit of this with you. So I'm going to get up from my sofa in the Centre Parks and show you around. So if I just open this door, we can have a little look out. Might be able to see some nature out there, because we've had muntjacs and mallard ducks around the back door lately, which has been amazing, and it's just been really beautiful. So here's outside at the moment. It's really amazing, isn't it? And this is our hot tub, which I was in the other day. But this is where I'm staying at the moment. It's really, really beautiful, but the lighting is terrible. But this has been our life, really, for the last 5 days, and it's been very, very much needed. But unfortunately, even though it's very much needed, I am staying with my sisters and my 2 nieces, and I'm the most unmaternal person in the entire world, and I found it very difficult looking or being in the same house as my nieces 24/7 for the last 5 days. So it's been quite stressful, which is why I've taken the opportunity to kind of be in the lodge on my own for the best part of an hour, which has been really nice. It's been a nice mental break for me, and get some crochet done. So anyway, hope you guys are all well, and I will probably put a video as and when I get an opportunity to. So I'll speak to you soon, guys. Peace out. Bye.